Hello, one and all. Welcome to the final episode of the G.R.D. experiment of the horoscopes with your host, Argos Rowe. I really wanted to do video on the last segment. I really did, and I still might before the day is over. But once I end this audio recording session, it's a wrap. I will have a chart made after today. I don't know when I'm going to upload or how I'm going to upload it via YouTube because it's a static chart unless I animate it. But yeah, I wanted to do a video segment, but even with the truck and the Subaru, like the video was just too shaky. I was using a car mount, relatively cheap one. You know, it was only like $10. So I'll think about making that investment later on. But for right now, I'm just going to end it with audio. So after a long 30 days, some on, some off recordings, some day recordings, some nightfall, and a few crepuscular that we learned early on, the results, for the most part, are not atypical. I know mainstream science, you know what I mean by mainstream science. For those who have followed and those who haven't followed, you know what I mean by mainstream science. But for those who are unaware, let me go ahead and break that down for you. The hard sciences like biology, chemistry, and geology, and just hard sciences. I'm gonna let the windows up because even though I tested the audio quality with the windows down, I'm still a little reluctant. A lot of police are out here and watching people going in the dune buggies. Guess they ain't got nothing else better to do, really. But anyways, I digress. The results are not atypical. I thought it was going to be a lot of fluff. None of it was going to hit home. I was going to have a objective answer, but I think I do. I think I can. But I think I actually have an observable truth that I can say that these horoscopes, there's something to them. Cultures long before me and you and everyone else on this rock have indulged in this type of activity. Go ahead. It's a Toyota Sienna. Come on. Sienna, come on. Go ahead. Jump. You got like 10 people in there. Come on. These astrology things have been noted in the Bible, Quran. People say it's evil, some people say it's good. It's what I have come to this understanding is that it's everything and nothing. That might not be the answer you want to hear or what others might say. I'm giving you my 30-day sampling of following along with astrological readouts. Kind of like if it was a religion, even though I'm not religious anymore. And I know people have qualms with that, but I'm not going to keep devolving into it. My point is this, that after today, I can give an answer as to, at least for me, and maybe you all out there who's listening, who's following along this whole time, and I know I've been offline for like the last 3 days, you know. Oh, by the way, just quick side note, I got the gig, so I got the job. So hip hip hooray. With that being said, I'll give a definitive answer for how this all plays out, and then I'll have a chart dictating, you know, my findings, and that's basically it. I mean, it's not any groundbreaking discovery. It's not gonna woo-woo the world or anything like that, but it will woo-woo my world. Someone who grew up in a religious background, who, for the most part, was forced to go to church up until the age of, what was I think 12? It's either 12 or 13 when they finally said, all right, well, look, you're getting up there now. It's time for you to make your own decision if you want to partake in this. And for a time I did afterwards, you know. Then I jumped over from being Christian to Muslim, kept the beard. Then I left that and I just started like looking into all the occult things, religious findings, you know, that whole rigmarole. Just being lost and trying to find something that makes sense in this world. Science, for the most part, does make sense of the natural world, but that's just it. It's the natural world. It doesn't talk about the inner world that we all experience at the end of the day when, like, what was that girl's name? I can't think of her name, but she does a song like, "Where do we go when we sleep?" Can't think of her name, but her. These are like real questions. It's like, I remember when I first came across the question, what are dreams? This is something that science is trying to explain via our natural bodies through biochemistry, biology, and, physiology. Yeah, I couldn't even talk right there. Physiology, psychology, and I think I'm missing one. Oh, anthropology. There we go. Study of cultures and whatnot. But these are all natural world understandings. But when people have these spiritual experiences, be it the deities or whatever you want to call it, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever, just that ephemeral experience that can't be quantified by modern science, it's still out there. It still happens. It's not like that world is gone or hidden from view. It might, actually, I will say it might be hidden from view. I'll say that at least, and say that with hard sciences proving this, that, and the third to be accurate, and I'm not going against hard sciences, don't get me wrong, I am a scientist. But I also realize that at the end of the day, I'm still a human who has these experiences that science will say it's this happening, but in another sense, it'll say that we don't know what's happening. We'll try to find out. You need examples. Got it. Scientists have proof. They have evidence. Objective, of course. Let's say you have a dream that is considered deja vu. How the hell are you supposed to replicate that? Science says you're just dreaming. It's the biochemical reactions in your brain. Your active mind is now going to slumber with the subconscious mind taking over. And, we're bombarded by subliminal images all throughout the day. And even at the night, if you have your TV on or radio on while you sleep. However, when you have a case of deja vu, why isn't that replicated? Now, I am currently saying this without looking it up, seeing if there's a Google Scholar on it. I will admit that. However, if mainstream science casts it off as they already said, no, it's just biochemicals in your brain. Okay, well, show me a repeating evidence so that you can recreate a deja vu event by stimulating and simulating those biochemicals exactly the way it needs to be to trigger a deja vu moment. I'll wait. And sorry for the keys. I forgot to take them off the key ring. I'll wait, though. Now, here's the thing about I guess you want to call it the spiritual side, the unknown, the mysticism, the woo-woo side of it. You can only present what you have from what you experience. That is your proof that you lived it, you experienced it. No one else can tell you that you didn't. You know what you went through. Yes, people can lie. So can numbers. So can documents. So that's why I prefaced that earlier by saying it's everything and nothing, because it's everything that has ever happened. I think Carl Sagan said this. Everything that has happened or ever will happen has been on this rock. All right? So the woo-woo, the scientific method, all of that shit is here. Now, granted, there are some universal truths that no one can escape. The price of life is death. I'm gonna leave it at that one, because the rest of it gets kind of subjective based upon your region and geography, and I don't really want to touch that, because then that's getting out of my territory of understanding. But I'll say that for the most part, that everything that happened and will happen or ever has happened has been on this rock. All thoughts, all ideals, all monarchies, patriarchies, everything. So after today, and after I read today's horoscope, I'll put it into my machine and create a chart. I'm thinking about making it a little interactive. That way there's something to kind of view on the dashboard while you're looking at this on mobile, or if you just got me in your ear or whatever. Excuse me, I had a couple of belches. I'm going to have my definitive answer of how I'm going to live my life. And hold on, what is going on with these flags? Like, has anyone else noticed these American flags with a single bar of color? Like the one I just saw right now had a bit of red and blue on the same bar. It was just split 50-50. But yeah, I want to know if anyone else has noticed that. I'm digressing. I'm about to pull up here in park so I can do the horoscope for today and end this experiment. And then tomorrow I'll post. I'll be talking about what's going to be happening moving forward, what's not going to be happening anymore. And this is kind of like my accountability checker to hold myself accountable for what I'm talking about, to really live my truth. Put that in first gear real quick. And I got to make this real short because it's like 95 degrees and I'm sitting in a box car. And I'm already sweating since the fan's off. I didn't have the AC running because I wanted to be able to talk to y'all. So let's go over to our good old friends over at astrology.com. Oh, hold on. Let me turn on my ad blocker. I don't want them bombard my phone and slowing the connection here. One moment, please. Okay, I'm connected. Here we go. Astrology.com. Here we go. And for the final horoscope reading of June, this month of rebirth and reflection, we have June 30th, 2019. Sometimes having an open mind requires having a brave personality. And you have the necessary courage today. Stay in the room when the conversation gets controversial. Hear people out and respect their viewpoints. Even if you totally disagree with them, when a topic makes you uncomfortable, you owe it to yourself to explore that topic more. Ponder why you believe what you believe. And understand that just because someone disagrees with you doesn't mean that you're a bad person. If that's not a perfect way to end this experiment, I'm going to go ahead and screenshot that right now. Sorry, there was an advertisement that popped up. I guess my VPN didn't kick in fast enough. Excuse that pause. But it said right there. Oh shit, I thought my car was rolling. I got the e-brake. I got in first. Okay, here we go. Right here, this part. Stay in the room when the conversation gets controversial. Hear people out and respect their viewpoints, even if you totally disagree with them. When a topic makes you uncomfortable, you owe it to yourself to explore that topic more. Ponder why you believe what you believe. And understand that just because someone disagrees with you doesn't mean that they're a bad person. I thought it said I'm a bad person. And I have a habit for that. It's like, I've noticed it. I haven't really acknowledged it, but I noticed it. And I'm going to try to be better about just because someone's disagreeing with me doesn't mean what they just said, they're a bad person. It's just two different methods of thought and approaches to life that is coupled with experience and several other factors that I probably can't even think of at the moment. And there's probably some that I can think of right now, but again, it's getting hot in here and I'm getting a little dehydrated. You can probably hear it in my voice. But yeah, I think that was a brilliant way to end it, and that's a 100% hit right there. 100%. Let's go over to finance. Turning your fantasies into reality is not as far-fetched as it sounds. It doesn't take magic or incantations. What it takes is hard work and commitment to a successful outcome. You are in charge of your destiny. I believe it. I believe it to the point where I'm going to bring this up. Oh, man, I'm sweating hard now. Shoot. Okay, what's the temperature real quick? Let me just see what the temperature is. It says 87, but coupled with the greenhouse effect and me talking, is probably like 97. Easily 10 degrees hotter, and I'm sitting kind of directly in the sun. I was saying you're in charge of your destiny, and there's a reason why I believe that, but it kind of conflicts with the earlier teachings of religion. If God gives you free will, so that means you're in charge of what you're going to do, what decisions you're going to make, how you're going to act, how you're going to conduct yourself. However, it has also been said, been written, and this next part I'm saying, no pun intended, written in the book of life of everything you're going to do in your lifetime here on this earthly realm. Now, great minds have probably debated this, great minds greater than mine, ponder about this long hours into the day, into the night. As long as man has been around and had this concept around, how can you have free will, but all your decisions are already predetermined in a book of life, that is, depending on the monotheistic religion you choose? Can they both exist? Could it be that you do have freedom to do what you want, but the decisions, there's like a decision tree like in Mass Effect, where you can choose to be Paragon, Neutral, or Renegade? I don't know. I kind of want to play Mass Effect again, even though I'm not looking to that fictional story for guidance, but it might pull out some indicators. Because all these fictional stories, books, they're all derived from some organic truth that makes them relatable. That's why books become bestsellers. Movies are critically acclaimed movies because they have something in them, that X factor or the quintessential factor that makes them what they are, to make people be able to relate to them, feel like the story is accurate in the sense of, hey, this is a thing that we all go through, the human condition. I literally am sweating out of my shirt right now. It's too hot. And I'm my fellow Scorpios out there, listen up. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you are. I know not where you come from. I know not where you've been. But if there's one thing our signs have in common, is that we contemplate and pontificate deeply to the point where we get lost. Lost in our own mind, our own fantasies, in the mind. And then somehow it feels like it's manifested outside of your mind, and everyone else is like honing in on that. Have a beacon to know where you can get back to normalcy, or what you define as normal. I don't mean hurting people. I don't mean abusing or doing anything that harms another individual. Even if you say, hey, well, you just said go with your normal. My normal is hurting people. I don't abide by that. And just as hypocritical as that sounds, so is life, my friend. It's not black or white, nor is it gray. It's a spectrum that's always phasing, shifting with the wind and the sands, and even the tide. I wish you all the best of luck, and if you continue to subscribe to this channel, I appreciate it. I do this for my own mental sanity, maybe for you as well. Maybe you also contemplate these things. And yes, I'm talking about you other signs out there. It's just a joke that you're inferior. But anyways, I think that's going to do it. I think it's going to do it for now. Until the next post, and the next post will have a chart. I don't know when it's going to be. I know I got the song done. It's ready for you guys and girls, everyone out there. It'll probably be the intro for the next video. Until then, I bid you a farewell and G.R.D. Grow, research, and develop yourself. This is Argos Rowe signing out. House Scorpio.